Good morning, 7:37 at AM 990, KWAM. It's Memphis This Morning. Your Tuesday morning, July the 26th, 82 degrees. It's really starting to heat up. Time to talk growth. Let's talk growth with Triumph Bank. Tracy Strickland and her guests. Here's your host, George Bryant.
Thank you, John, and welcome. Tuesdays. We just love Tuesdays here in the studios. We get to spend some time talking growth with Triumph Bank and our special host, Tracy Strickland.
Morning,
welcome.
George. How are you this steam bath morning?
I know. It's great. You know, yesterday we had, during the Spotlight division, we had the perfect guy in, Black Ice. He's invented this new product that goes around your neck and cools you. And it was just awesome. Right, we had John cooled down over here. Mark had it on.
Sorry, we forgot to bring those this morning.
But it's almost like this weather is just. We're getting a little relief though this week, so I'm excited about that. You know, who would think that 90 degrees is a relief?
No, makes us wish for football season. It's not too far away. Yeah.
But you guys are creating a lot of steam and heat, you know, with your 10th anniversary, and
we are
doing some incredible, innovative things in the marketplace. And I think we have a special guest.
We do. You know, we really are trying to figure out all the different ways we can help our customers. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we don't just want to be a checking account customer or a mortgage customer. We really want to be that financial quarterback for our customers and be able to help them in any ways that they can. So I brought on one of our original guests, Brit Boatright, who joined us in January as our Chief Banking Officer. And I wanted him to talk about some of our enhanced in-house mortgage products that we've really been launching this summer. So welcome, Brett.
Welcome, Brett.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Appreciate that.
Good to have you back in the in our studios, and also you bring a lot of knowledge with you in the consumer product and mortgage division. Mm-hmm. And I think you were downstairs. We were talking a little bit about a new innovative product that you're going to be offering for consumers. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Sure, George. We have identified the need for an in-house mortgage product that really complements our mortgage company. Our mortgage division, rather, does a fantastic job with 30-year fixed-rate mortgages and so on. But we want to complement that with an in-house product that we can service right out of the branch. Mm-hmm. It's a relationship product for our clients, and a little bit quicker to get approval, a little bit less rigorous documentation. It's more of a streamlined process that's just to complement, again, what our mortgage division does. But it's been received very well. It's priced aggressively. And so each of our banking centers, the office manager can originate these products. And so
who would be a prospect that would need this product?
A real good fit would be a small business owner. Because it's not W-2 income, it's a P&L, and so you've got to analyze the P&L. And as businesses ebb and flow, a relationship bank like ours can take a look at that and figure out how to structure a mortgage that fits on a kind of a non-conforming basis from time to time. So that's really a target, but it's not limited to that. It's really just a streamlined mortgage product that we're out looking to benefit clients in our marketplace.
Okay, it's a not. I think I understand that the complexity of this but really you guys streamline the process. But not just any bank can pull this off, I guess. Is that correct?
Well, there's some new regulation, and so if you're going to do mortgage lending, you really have to understand the regulations. You really have to understand the process. Mm-hmm. And so we've dedicated a lot of time and effort and expertise to being able to get it right. Yeah. And so that's just something that we think is a value proposition. Yeah. And it was worth the time and effort for our clients. And so we feel like we're in a good position to provide a product that not just anybody wants to provide.
That's so cool. You know, as a mortgage lender, I know that just from what I've heard from the part of your team coming in here and talking to us about how they're so customer driven, they make the process so easy for anybody. And behind the scene, it is complicated today with all the paperwork. What I understand that's happened to government. Paperwork that has to happen. So it is really good to have you. We're going to talk a little bit more. We've got Brit Boatright in talking about some really cool product they're doing with mortgages. We'll be right back. You're listening to Let's Talk Growth with Triumph Bank.
That's just about 7:44 at AM 990. KWAM. It's Memphis This Morning. Let's Talk Growth. Triumph Bank, Tracy Strickland, and her guests, and your host, George Bryant.
Thank you, John, and welcome back to our studios. Here we are. Let's Talk Growth with Triumph Bank. And Tracy Strickland and Brit Boatright are in the house.
Welcome
back.
So glad to be here. And always, I loved having Brit talk about why we're always trying to think outside the box. Because a lot of our customers, they don't always fit inside this perfect, peg where, okay, you've got this job and, you're going to be stable and long-term in Memphis forever. And, we really just try to create those creative solutions for our customers. And I know we were talking downstairs. I live in High Point Terrace.
Right.
Love that neighborhood. And almost like every third house is under construction or renovation.
That's right.
And I love seeing that growth in our city. So I would love for Brit to talk about some of our construction renovation products. Because I think those might even be of more use right now than just our in-house mortgage products. So I'm going to touch on that.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for renovation. I love to see the old restored, not changed, not torn down, but restored.
Yeah.
And so we do, in combination with our in-house mortgage, we do a good bit of renovation and construction finance. And so we can help get the project renovated or get it built, and then turn around and put our permanent mortgage, our in-house mortgage in place when it's finished, or we can refer it on to our mortgage division if someone wants a more traditional mortgage.
So you guys
product.
handle that type of loans all the way through. So
We
the
do.
startup would be the construction loan. Is that how it would go?
It really starts with a dream, right? The client
that's a good way to
is
start.
in the house and tired of the old kitchen. They're tired of, they don't have the back patio they want, whatever. They don't have enough bedrooms, bathrooms, whatever the issue may be. New kitchen. So it really starts with the dream of the client, and we just hope that those folks will come see us. I mean, every one of our financial center managers has the capability of providing all these products. And so
what normally makes it where you can where a loan makes sense and then it doesn't? Is it about the equity, or is it about the cash they have available?
Well, it really starts with a loan to value, right? So whatever the value of the home's going to be when it's renovated and finished, that's kind of a starting point. Because we can only lend a certain amount of the total value of the home.
Right.
So we've got to determine what's it going to be valued at when it's finished, to determine how much can we lend, and then can we lend enough to make it happen or not. And so that all is determined based on income and equity and a lot of things that we work on in a very transparent way with the client. It's not a secret, mystical, ball of, it's not something that, we're very transparent about what we do. We'll walk through it with the client, explain.
But see, that's great, because people need to have a realistic view about what their dreams, and how that they can tailor make it. Unless you're just hard-headed and you go, hey, I don't care, I want to put $400,000 in this house, even though it's only going to be worth $150,000.
Yeah. The prettiest floors ever. Yeah.
I want the best floors and that patio. Hey, this is great, though. We're talking with Tracy Strickland and Brit Boatright with Triumph Bank. Let's Talk Growth. We're going to be right back, talk some more great innovative things that they're doing at their bank. It is your local community bank in Memphis. You're listening to AM 990.
It's 7:51 at AM 990 KWAM. It's Memphis This Morning. As we continue talking growth with Triumph Bank, Tracy Strickland and her guests, here's your host, George Bryant.
Thank you, John, and welcome back. Let's Talk Growth, Triumph Bank. And we're talking about really interesting, fascinating product. It's a new a product they have in the mortgage department. New enhancements have been done, and Brit Boatright is here. He is the mastermind behind all this, and we wanted to talk a little bit about the differences. In the loans, it's such an innovative way of getting money for growth, for your dreams, like you had talked about, Brit. What's the difference in some of the products like the HELOC, and whether you go with that or
Sure.
what?
Sure. Well, if you're going to do a renovation, there's a couple different ways to go. If you've already got enough equity in your house to borrow money on a home equity line of credit, that's a much quicker, easier, less expensive route to go. We can close those very quickly. We pick up the closing cost up to the first $1,000. In many cases, that's enough to cover all the closing cost. And so you're really just tapping into the equity that's already in your existing home. So if you've got a good bit of equity without making renovations or relying upon the renovations to create value, then a home equity line is a great way to go if there's enough equity in the house already to do what you want to do. In some instances, there's not, or maybe you're wanting to add a lot of square footage, and so you need to create value. And if you need to create value and borrow against the created value, then we would do more of a construction renovation loan.
Because a lot of times in the like a lot of the TV shows I watch on HGTV, the people end up going in and they increase when it's all said and done, they actually come out with a profit.
Absolutely.
And so they need a different kind of loan because they don't have equity.
Yeah, it just all depends on everybody's individual circumstance, and that's why we really like the fact that each one of our financial centers, each one of our branches has a manager in each office that understands the products, can help tailor make a solution for each client. And so the real answer to all these questions is not for me to tell you over the radio, but for folks to come see us. And let us look at the individual situation.
And that's what's so cool is that you guys are ready to sit down with somebody and just talk them through and help work them through, get the worksheet out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really great. How can we get in touch with you, Brett?
Any of our locations. We have 4 locations throughout the Mid-South area, and so Tracy might help me with
if you're in the Memphis area, I would just call our headquarters, which is at Poplar 240, and that's 901-333-8800. And they can direct you. Of course, we've got a great location in Arlington, Collierville, and then right across from the South. So wherever you live, just come and let us give you a second opinion.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Let us work the numbers with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great bank, always giving back to the community. You guys are going to end this heat regardless. You're taking a work day on Thursday.
It's funny how things work out because I looked at the weather and it's supposed to be crazy enough, 84 degrees on Thursday. How's that possible? But it may be raining, but that's okay. Britt and I and several members of our team, we even have a board member that's going to be joining us, and one of our community partners is Advance Memphis, and we're going to go down to South Memphis and just get our hands dirty and get to work and make a difference. We're going to be staining a fence, power washing their new warehouse. They've got their biggest fundraiser coming up September 15th called Art for Jobs. You'll see lots of our Triumph team as volunteers that day. We're going to be painting their warehouse and just doing whatever we need to help them get that up and running. So,
and it's like, we were talking about what a, Triumph Bank, what a, great leadership, great bank, but a fabulous place to work.
Yeah, we're proud of it. Yeah, well, I think one of the reasons why we can do this in the afternoon, we don't want to take our team's time on a Saturday. That's family time. And so we do these things during the day because our board is so philanthropic and they're so invested in the community as well. And we're like, what can we do for our team to help them and give them an incentive, as it were, to be able to go in? So, gosh, almost 3 years ago now, they voted to, as an added benefit, give our team added time during their normal work day to be able to go work with our community partners. So our team doesn't feel worried about taking time off from work. No, they get paid for that time for serving the community.
That's incredible. And today's the day we get to say goodbye to Victoria, right?
I know. I've had a wonderful intern.
Victoria the intern.
I tried to talk her into, just working full time. But
we're going to bring her up to the mic now.
She would kill me. No. I'm a Rhodes grad, and I love, bringing our Rhodes students in here.
Absolutely.
I think she's had a lot of fun, and she's been a tremendous asset, but we're going to miss her.
Yeah.
Another great show. Let's talk growth with Triumph Bank. Check them out. They've got a great website, triumphbank.com. Check them out. 333-8800 is the way to reach them. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye, George. Thanks a lot.
George.
Have a great week.
You're welcome. AM 990.